Hello, this is Reasoning and Proof, Conditional Statements, Example 4. And in this statement we have to write the inverse, the converse, and the contrapositive. You really need to know these terms, and it has to do with logic, and that's what we study in geometry, is a lot of logic and proving things. Now with the inverse we have to do the negation of the front and the negation of the back, but they stay in the same order. So this says there is snow on the ground, so we're going to say there is not snow on the ground. Now this says flowers are not in bloom, so when we negate the second half, that becomes flowers are in bloom. And this is the inverse. If there is not snow on the ground, then the flowers are in bloom. Next, the converse. The converse, we switch the if and the then part. So this flowers not in bloom, that becomes the if part, and there is snow on the ground becomes the second part, the then part. If flowers are not in bloom, then there is snow on the ground. Now the contrapositive we have to both switch them and we have to negate them. So here with the converse we switch them. Now all we have to do is do the negation of the front and the back on the converse, and we'll have the contrapositive. So the contrapositive is going to start out, if flowers are in bloom, that's the negation, then there is not snow on the ground. And here it is. If flowers are in bloom, then there is not snow on the ground. That's the inverse, converse, and the contrapositive.